Alright guys, let's get into it here now. Got everything up. Let me put my normal spiel in the chat. Hey Shrug, what's happening, man? Alright, so if you have any questions or tickers for me to... I'm typing this while I'm saying this, reading what sounds funny. Any tickers for me to go over, post them in chat, and we will go over them. Hey Daniel, man, how's it going? Alright, so let's start off with not that because it's not showing anything. There we go. And Weeble's up too. Alright. Let's start off here with the SPY. Now I know guys, the stocks has been doing really good today. There's been a lot of great plays, both calls and puts, and it looks like the market is back to business as usual, right? Until we start looking more closely at it. If we look at the 3-minute chart, what the market has done today is pretty much what I warned about on the watch list. Watch for that gap fill, right? So we had a gap up in the morning. Sure enough, it did pop up. It got rejected at this 464 mark, and it's came back down and stayed bullish or bearish ever since. I do think that this is coming back down. If I come back out, let me see if I got it on this one. I don't know if I do. Yeah, I've got some markings on this one. So I do think that we're coming, probably at least going to dip under this 200 a little bit, probably around this trend line. But if we get the sell-off that I had predicted earlier, we're probably coming all the way back down to the 445 before all this is over. Now this doesn't mean it's going to drop straight there. We're going to see some ups, some downs, some things like that. But overall, I believe it's going to pull back to, like I said, at least this trend line, which will be right around the mid 450s, possibly to 445. In my opinion, I would rather it do this way than it just have one big crash, because we get some upsides. There's a lot of volatility, and if you can trade those markets like that, there's a lot of money to be had in those markets. Excuse me. Some plays that we made earlier today. One of them I want to show you on here. I posted this on Twitter too, but here we go. When this comes up. Yeah, there we go. So you can see that on the Selene algo. Now yesterday I'd bought puts right near the end of the day because I thought it was going to get rejected and come on down, but it got some really good news this morning. And you can see that we got the long call on the Selene algo. I waited for the ADX breakout. Sometimes this happens still in the pre-market. If it does, I may sometimes go ahead and try to jump in on shares if I can get in. But on this one, it happened right at market open. So I sold the puts that I had. I jumped in on some calls and sold it right at the short signal. Well, technically, I waited until it dropped just right under the 15. But yeah, sold right there. So this is how that algo can work out. I was using the... Alright. I was using the 15-minute... No, I wasn't. I thought it was a 15-minute chart. Sorry, guys. There we go. Yeah, I was using the 3-minute chart. Now, this is how that algo can work when everything goes as planned. And I've got some news. They are having a thing. If you go to their Twitter, I posted all this on my Twitter, but it's the Trading Collective Twitter. If you like and subscribe or like and follow the post that has this on it, you have a chance to win their a free gold package, pretty much. I mean, you get the signals, you get the algo, You get all that stuff free for 30 days. But if you don't win, you still can try it free for 2 weeks using the description down below. But I just wanted to get that out there. I'm really liking this algo. I think it's really got some great potential to make some money if it's used correctly. And if you do get it and you got any questions, anything like that, ask me. If I don't know it, I know CJ over there pretty well. We can figure out any problems or any questions that you got with it. But that's one of them that we played. I know me, Shrug, and Texas also played. Oh, it's already right here. Right this morning. Again, I seen that we had the long signal yesterday. I didn't get in yesterday though. I wanted to wait and see what it did. But as soon as the market hit, I seen that we were still getting our breakouts. I jumped on it. I broke my golden rule. I jumped on it within the first 30 minutes. I waited about 15, maybe 20 minutes, and then jumped on something like that. But jumped on it right away, and we damn near sold right at the top. It was this bar, that bar. Anyways, I got in, or got out at almost right at $2 movement. So that's some pretty good money. I wish I'd have went ahead and picked up puts now, but this is on the 15 minutes. Let's go to the 3 minutes, see if it gave us a signal for it. Yeah, we got a short signal within a long signal, but this cross, this is what, you hear me talk a lot of this on the bullish side of it, but this also works on the bearish side too. If you get this cross split, the price goes over the 200, bounces off of it, that is a great signal. But you can see, even though it didn't give us the short signal right here, we still had the 80x breakout. We still had our break below the 15. That would have been good enough signal to jump in for me. But I didn't do that one. Disney is the last one I played, and then we'll get into some of y'all's trades here and go over some other stuff. Texas let me know that Disney was breaking the 50. See, this done this earlier too with Disney. Let me get rid of that one. Yeah, for some reason Disney's having trouble with it. Getting some of the readouts and stuff. Let's see, there we go. Right, yeah, there we go. So it's breaking under the, back to the 3 minute. It was breaking under the 15. He's asking me, what did I think about shorting it? I said, it looks good. I did jump out before we actually got the breakout on the 80X. But I seen it was turning. I seen that we was starting to get at least the sideways momentum. Usually when this breaks under the 15 line right here, you start seeing a little bit of sideways momentum, a little bit of bearishness. So I went ahead and jumped in here on this breakout, but we can see it retested and rejected. And I didn't actually, I had to leave somewhere a minute ago, so I didn't hold on to it. I left it right around 1 o'clock. I think I started seeing some of these RSI candles. So it must have been right around this area here is where I got out. But you can see that if I'd have been around, we could have played it all the way out. Usually on plays like this, I'll pick either the 15 or the 50. Usually which one's riding the best, and that will be my get out point once it breaks under. So even if, where did I say that was at? Right here. So even if I would have held on, I would have ended up getting out around down here anyway. Now, what I was saying about the overall market is, and you can see a lot of these plays. I mean, look at Disney. You look at Ford, Riot. It's pretty much following what the market did this morning. It took a little bit for it to get to it. But if we look, I mean, the market, I mean, all these stocks were beat down, guys. The market was beat down. Let me see if I got my browser up. Sometimes this thing don't want to act right. If we come and look at the sectors here, of course they had to go up some. I mean, they was way oversold, way beat down. I mean, they're going to pop up, take a little bit of a breather before they come on down, and those are the times we need to take advantage of it. Usually those happen quick, fast, and violently, and they are good for making quite a bit of money, using your day trades on is what I was trying to say. We can see, I'll find it right here in a second. Yeah. Apple has been a beast. It went, the day that the market was the reddest, it moved up almost 4 points. It was like 3 point something percent. Yesterday it was 2 some percent, and then again today 131%. Trying to make sure y'all get over here with me while I show you this. So for a stock that was having trouble just a month ago, breaking over 145, 150. It had a hell of a run. It got all the way up to 170 something, 171, 170, 134. So from this last run, it popped up right here at 159 to 170. So that's $11, man. That's pretty decent. Sorry, not 11. Yeah, 11 because it's one. Yeah, sorry. And this is a perfect example, guys, what I talk about with them EMA lines. You have this split of the 15 and the 50, and the price goes above the 200. If I can zoom in here a little bit better and show you. Right here, and see how it bounces up, it comes back, it retests and bounces. That's the entry point right there. If we take a look at it, you start getting this split. That looks like crap. We start getting this split here where there's good separation. The stock comes up, bounce. Some people even wait for it to bounce 2 or 3 times, so you get boom, boom, and then it take off like that. But I always like to just catch it on that first bounce, especially if the price is over that 200, and then catch it there. And then usually what I'll do on these type of plays is wait for it to break under the 50. So in this case where it was very oversold, I would have sold probably, like, say I had 3 put or calls on it, I would have sold 1 here, held the others until it broke under the 50. Now this would have been a fake out breakout. I wouldn't have sold here. I would have ended up selling at least 1 here, if not the rest here. And yeah, the other ones wouldn't have made it to the next market. So that would have been hella good for options. From that bounce point to the first out, you're looking at $4.50. So if you got something that has theta on it of 40 cents, you're looking at $100 made right there. And that's not including the gamma up and that up. It'd actually been more than that. But just roughly speaking, $100 or better dollars on each call right there. If you get, on this spike here where we're talking about selling one, the volatility would have added to that, mixed with the gamma, adding for each dollar you raised, stuff like that would have just kept adding to it. Alright, I want to bring you over here. AMC is getting beat down like somebody, like it owed somebody money here, man. Check this shit out. And I said earlier, and this is before it come on down, right when I was getting ready to start it, we're going to see it hit 27 again. And I believe that now just as well. You have, with the market being the way it is, you have the big money. They're looking to clear up margin. They're looking to go risk off on some of the market. So they're pulling their money from these plays. On top of that, it is one of those plays that is being heavily shorted with big hedge funds that are also in the market making business. So they see that and they take advantage of it. So that's when they jump on and do their selling too, to push that price on down and scare people on out. So if you're in the hodl crowd, this ain't going to matter much to you. But if you have options, or if you're into swing trading this is well past the get out point on that one. Now, if you are holding for the MOAS, whatever you want to call it, guys, you still can make money on puts on these. That's it. That's what puts were made for. They're made to make money on the downside while you still hold your shares. But that is gnarly, man. I didn't know it got that bad. See, when I was looking at it earlier, it would have been right around here. It's right around 32. Man, GME, it's not been that low in a long time. They are getting beat down. Well, I lied. It did get that low in October. I guess I missed out on a couple of months there with it. But it had climbed up and it was doing very well. Man, that sucks. Let's look at why we've got it up here, and then I'm going to look at some of the stuff y'all got too. I was just giving y'all some time to put up some of your stuff. Box is one that I had on the watch list this morning. There we go. This is all a little bit janky right now, excuse me. And we can see it's done fairly decent. It's held the 50, so we'll have to see if it continues that until the after hours. Some of the top runners today. Man, this is running so slow right now. How's the stream running? Is it looking okay? Let me check it real quick. Okay. Yeah, I mean, with that, I mean, you learn as you go. In BBIG, I did lower my position in BBIG too. I'm not holding nowhere near the shares. But you got to understand too, with me, with BBIG, I got in early on. So I'm not out as much money as some of the other people are on it. Nope, I lied. I'm out now. My stop loss has officially already hit on BBIG. Yep. Yep, that would have sold right in through here. Wow. So it's just the market going risk off. Let's take a look at the SPY real quick. Yeah, look, it's dropped. Dude, look. We might see our, what the hell is going on, man? Concerning update from who? Let me pull this up here. Concerning update from travel, I guess something. As more epidata accrues, some initial assumptions on Omicron transmissibility, I think that's how you say that, have gone down, but remaining view is still bad, and it becomes firmer with more data. Inputting here, route, I guess, route of about 2.0. I don't know what RT is. Did they say it up here a minute ago? I don't know. Here, RT of about 2.0, considerably higher than the observed RT of Delta. Ooh, 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 ooh. Holy mother of, shut your mouth, son. Oh, okay, so yeah, not only are, I'm looking at another thing here too, let me pull this up. Oh, it's not going to show it on that, is it? I just have to read it here for you then. White House says it doesn't think adding COVID-19 relief funds are needed now. So my original thing for putting that, are we still looking for at another bull trap? It wasn't originally because of the market, which even though it did pop up a little bit, it was saying it for the sentiment on it. People was really happy today. The market was moving up, but you could see that early on it backed off, and now we have inflation fears. We have the Fed saying that the tapering is going to end sooner. We have Delta fear or Omicron fears, and we have the White House saying, "Yeah, even though all this shit's going on, we're not going to provide no relief." So all the things that helped the market go on during the first COVID wave and continued through on is not happening. As a matter of fact, they're cutting back. So people are scared. I mean, people are worried, and probably rightfully so in some cases. I don't know if it demands this kind of worry, but only time will really tell. I'm curious to see what the fear greed is now in the VIX. Let's look at the fear greed first. Ooh, extreme fear. Am I got this on so y'all can see it? No. So 24, that's the lowest it's been. Extreme fear in the market. I'm going to post this on Twitter so y'all can read the details in the bottom if you want. But let me do that real quick. I always use these hashtags, guys, because they're the ones that get watched a lot to make sure that that information gets out there. No, wait, I don't need that one. So there is that if y'all want to look at it and read over that. Let's check out the VIX while we're here. Switch back over to Weeble. I bet you it's in the 30s. Oh, almost. We ain't broke that resistance there, the 20, what is that? 2888. We've not broke that yet. If this gets 30 or higher or breaks that 2888, we're in extreme fear on the VIX too. Extreme volatility. We have our double bottom here too, which that really doesn't play in with the VIX, but and see what's different from, look at all these other spikes, see if you can see something. Here's the spike we're in now. Spikes, plural. See if you see anything different between that and anything else I'm showing you right here. Except for when we start getting extremely higher and higher. So the difference you see is A, this is lasting a lot longer than these other spikes until we start getting high up. And 2, there is a lot of indecision candles in there. The market don't know whether to be fearful or not. You know, and a lot of that is seen when we look at the SPY on the 4 hour or the QQQ. You can see these gaps in there because the market doesn't know what to do. But we've broken under that 200. That's what I was talking about there. Let's pull this up on TradingView. It might be easier to see. Out there, it's starting to curtail a little bit, but that's only, no, that's a different one. Sorry. My bad. It's my wife. Oh, man. So what I was talking about is those gaps. We can see that it gapped down, came on down, gapped up, came back up, filled most of that gap, then gapped back down again, came back up, filled most of that gap, and then came on down, then gapped up again. Now it's back down, broken the 200, and where I thought it was going to take us a day or two to get back down to this purple trend line, we are now at it right now. Wow. What do you think about that, chat? Yeah, it's like a dog pile, man. Just a bunch of shit all together. You have the transmission, you have the government saying, hey, we're not going to do nothing. And then you have the Fed chair saying, oh, yeah, remember how we said we was going to buy up shit and help the market out? Well, we're stopping that. And, you know, they probably need to at least speed it up some, because if not, the risk of inflation can run rampant. But, you know, it's kind of like a catch-22 there. You know, the economy is going to need help during this time. But if you help it, you run the risk of rampant inflation, out of control spending, money printing, things like that. But I don't think we're there yet. But I don't think that they should have just come out and said, you know what, no help right now, fuck you. That was just more bad news on top of bad news. It wasn't needed right now. He should have said something like, well, that's something we'll look at when it comes time for it, or something like that, because it's not time for it right now. But to come out and say that you're not going to do it is just adding more fear on top of fear. Okay, so what does this mean? All right, how can we make money on this, right? That's what we're here for, to make money. Well, let's take a look at a few things. You know, the volatile market, there's easy ways to make money if you watch your trades, if you trade smart, things like that. Let's take a look at, if you trade futures or bonds, things like that, you know, you can do that. But let's take a look at things like the financial sectors, oil, things like that. Let's see what they're doing. Oil crashing out too, which me and Chuck were talking about that earlier. We kind of seen that coming. Probably not to this extent, but, you know, to each his own. That'll have to pull up. It's pulled way too far. Gold, if you don't do futures, guys, and you're looking for a good gold ETF or gold company or something like that, two that I use sometimes, let me pull them up on the Weeble. Is gold. Here, this is Barrett Gold. And I think it's GLD. Yeah. This is the spotter ETF on gold. I wonder how crypto stocks are doing. Still bang back over that one yet. Ethereum's been kicking us. Let's see if it affected it any. Yeah, it's pulling back a little bit too. So there's just fear everywhere right now. Hopefully by tomorrow this will calm down some and we can see in the aftermarket on what to do, what plays to do next. Ooh, excuse me. Let's see, let's give us a second right here and come back to it right in a second. Let's just look at the tops for today. What's been some good runners for today? AHI was good until the market decided to take a shit. A-Bus, same thing. Is there anything still up? ROIV. I actually like this. I'm going to put this on my watch list for this evening. Check it out. This is ROIV. What do they do? Oh, biopharmaceutical company. Of course they're going to be up. Well, let's check out. I don't know why I didn't think of this a minute ago. PFE and Moderna. Yes, let's move this one up to the top. You know what? I may actually pick up a call or two in PFE and Moderna. Not Moderna. Hell no. Not now. Didn't their CEO come out and say something stupid the other day? Oh wait, Moderna hit by patent setbacks. But Moderna could have Omicron booster ready for regulators by March. So I'll have to look in what's their patent setback if it says it. Oh, it says Moderna shares are down 10% after it loses part of its court appeal seeking to invalidate patents held by another company. So it doesn't sound like their patents are bad. It's that they had something going on with maybe trying to prove that another company stole part of their patent or infringed on it in some way. My voice is cracking, getting sick again. I got the Omicron. Huh. So it looks like the big play is PFE. And what's the, is it BNTX? Is that the one that makes like Moderna stuff? Or, yeah, this is the one based out of Germany that makes, it's either Moderna or Pfizer, I don't remember, but makes a lot of their stuff. This one I would keep an eye on. IRCP, that was one I looked at this morning. I can't remember if I put it on the list. ARDX was on the list this morning. What's it doing? It might bounce, but I'd still wait until it gets back over the 50 on that one. Faraday future. Ooh, Faraday's pulling back around. So what about EV then? Since that's up. And my Polestar GGPI. It's not good. Actually, that is good. I can get in better now. Once this finds a bottom, I'm going to buy a lot of this GGPI Polestar. I don't know, Chad. Help me think of some stuff. What's some good stuff that would be a good play right now? What should we be looking at? Oh, wrong one. You know, going into the close, I'm going to keep an eye on AMC and the SPY. It's like blowing me up, guys. Are you with me, chat? Yeah, you can see the heat map starting to turn. Remember how green it was a minute ago? Look at that. What do we got here? We got Boeing Aerospace down. Where is financial right over here? Look at that. Wow. Technology coming down. Semiconductors. Semiconductors actually had a decent morning. Software down. Well, let me look up. I need to, let's see. Check out Google. And Benzinga both. What about adding in? Trying to find how to tell if a stock market dip turned into a crash. Well, when it starts dropping more than 10% at a day, that's one good way. How's there not more news on this right now? The SPY literally just dropped from the highs of today to the bottom, 2.5% in what is it for? From 11:30 till now. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man. AMC's gonna make me cry here in a minute. I'm going to pull this back up so we can watch these while I'm searching for any news. What about Benzinga? BYSI, I don't know that one. BYSI. BYSY. I said what? BYSY. Yeah, I reckon it did, man. It cut in half. You know, Apple's market cap is so damn big. When it drops one of the sectors down, it's going to push the markets down itself. That, and I bet you, let's check out Tesla. What is Tesla doing? Yeah, Tesla down roughly $7 or $70 from the highs of today. Square under 200. Yep. If I find support, I'm buying some of that up. What's Roku at? Roku almost under 200. If that gets under 200, I'll be buying some of it up too when it finds support. Those would be two good ones to buy and hold for a while. What about Sophie? I like Sophie too. Yep, Sophie down right now. That'd be another one, a good one to buy up. Lucid down, but not enough. What do we got left? 10 minutes of the day. Okay, we may be starting to find some type of support on AMC. Let me bring that up. Right in here. Gotta change that color because that's for my price predictions. There we go. So pretty much from that to right there. That's our box that AMC's in right now. These white looking candles, that's showing that the RSI is oversold below 30. Showing the bears at 88% on this. Wow. Cray, cray. Okay. Well, guys, that's it. I mean, AMC. Oh well, the market's coming on down. It ain't gonna stop. I mean, we're still at this support right now. If we look at the 4 hour, we're pretty much at our trend line. So we're definitely going to end up closing the day on under the 200. So from there, we'll just have to see if we bounce at the trend line or if we're going to hit my price prediction. When I originally set that, I thought it would be like by the end of the week, maybe beginning of next week, but it's looking like it's going to be tomorrow. Alright, guys, you let me know what you think. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'll be on in the morning. We'll have a watch list or some warnings, things to watch out with, that kind of stuff. But overall, I hope you didn't get caught up in this second bull trap here. And just remember, there's more ways for there to be a bull trap than just showing it on that sentiment. Things like that can trap bulls too. Just wait for your confirmations. Wait for it to show you that it's going to turn around before going long on anything. And watch if you go short too. It's hard telling when this could pop around. So just wait for your confirmations. Watch your trading. You guys, y'all have a great day. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And we'll catch you then. Bye.